Alright, so this is my 2006 Porsche Carrera 4 convertible, and I've had this car for about 6 months now, and I like it. And compared to my old 2016 Camaro SS, it's not as fast, of course, but it did do a passable job in the snow that we had out here in Washington in February. But the major flaw in this car was its head unit. I could barely even change the radio. So the first thing I did was buy this Kenwood DDX9906XR, and I want to show you how it works with wireless Android Auto and CarPlay. So first, let's put it in accessory mode. And I don't need the fan. I'll turn the volume down. So it takes a little bit of time to warm up. I have splash screens with Porsche logos on it if I want. But what's nice is, of course, I added the Sirius XM unit, and I put the antenna under the cowling next to the wiper blades on the passenger side. Works pretty good, doesn't cut out that much even in around the trees and stuff that we have out here. But of course, let's turn the volume down. So Sirius, you have your favorite stations over here. No problem. It all works pretty good. You can spread it out. Pretty responsive. You can change your equalizer if you want. Did include it. This car didn't have a backup camera, of course. It was before that era, and nor did it have Bluetooth. So definitely there was no other way. No aux jack. It just has like a 6-disc or something changer in the front trunk, and that's about it. So got the camera. I can turn the camera on. I'm over here at a school that's been empty for a few weeks now. All I do is hit home. So one thing I wanted to show off is I got Android Auto on the screen, even though my phone's right here, not plugged into anything. So press that, show you how this works. It's so nice since I have such a short commute that I don't have to bother plugging in the phone when I don't need it charged. But Google Maps just pops up here. I have Sirius app, so that's all here. So pinch to zoom doesn't really work, but I can zoom out, and of course everything's nice and green. Hit this white button, go to your other apps. For some reason Waze is hit or miss. It doesn't really show up in this app drawer, but if I have it running before I turn the car on, it'll be there. But let's say we won't go into Sirius. Favorite show, Covino and Rich, shout out to them. You got your favorites, channels, you got all the channels here. Anyway, hey Google, play Pop Rocks on Sirius.
Streaming Pop Rocks from Sirius XM.
Okay, so now if I go to this, yep, so now Pop Rocks is running. So you can do everything via voice, which is nice. Okay, what else? Hey Google, navigate to SeaTac Airport.
Seattle Tacoma International Airport. C. All right.
So voice activation works good. Since the main benefit of this head unit was high def screen, so it looks really nice in Google Maps. I don't know if you could tell. I mean, this is 4K, so it should work pretty good. So
Head west toward 25th Avenue Southeast.
nice. One benefit of the coronavirus is traffic is super nice in Seattle now. Okay, so I'm going to turn the car off, and then I'm going to plug in, I got an iPhone as well. I'm going to plug the iPhone in, because that's really the only way you can swap between Android and Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So we'll do that right now. So. Okay. All right, so plug the phone in. Okay. Start the car back up. First time I tried to make this video, I ran my battery dead and had to get a new battery, which was nice. Okay, so phone's plugged in, so I have to unlock the phone. Okay, so now Apple CarPlay is up and running, and see here Waze is actually working. So this is what Waze looks like on this head unit. It's not as high res as the Android Auto version, but we also have Google Maps, so we can compare. So there's where I am, and yeah, satellite view works good. Usually I keep it off because in normal times it would just eat data on my phones, even though I had unlimited data. Once you hit over 20 gigs with Verizon, they start slowing you down. Anyway, back to the Sirius app. My favorites still there. See if it works with. Siri. Hey Siri. So one thing I noticed, it doesn't really. I don't usually use CarPlay. So, but if I go into Google Maps, don't care. If I hit this button here, play Lithium on Sirius. Can't get directions. Okay, that's nice. So you have to be. It looks like you have to be in the app itself, which I don't even know. All right, let me just get into this. Okay. So what's weird is I don't see the icon, but if I hold down the home button, play Pop Rocks on Sirius.
Sorry, I couldn't find Pop Rocks in your music.
Okay. So Android Auto is a little smarter than Siri, it looks like. Navigate to SeaTac Airport.
One option is Seattle-Tacoma International Airport on International Boulevard in SeaTac. Let me know if I should call one of them or get directions for you.
Get directions. Okay, I guess you have to press a button. Alright, so it goes into, this looks like Apple Maps. So if you ask Siri, it'll default to that.
Seattle-Tacoma International Airport.
Okay.
Proceed to 25th Avenue Southeast, then turn left.
Okay. Alright. So this is just a general run through. I really like this head unit. There's a couple of things I want to show. While I was a couple months ago, I was at CES for 2020, and really the only issue I have with this thing. Oh, and by the way, one more thing. I unplug. CarPlay should be working because it's on, but let me turn the phone off. I'm gonna turn my Samsung off. See if it'll default back. So with two different phones in the same car, you know, it kind of, it has trouble. But normally Apple CarPlay, if you run it in wireless mode, it will turn back on later. Come on. Anyway, it has its quirks. Let's say that. All right, but anyway, what I was talking about. So when I was at CES 2020 a couple months ago, I talked to the Kenwood folks because in 2019 we were stuck. If you wanted a high-def screen, you had to have an optical drive. So you needed this. Well, the problem with having a unit that rotates like this is that you have to stick the head unit outside of the bezel, and like this is probably 1/4 of an inch proud of the bezel. So that's a problem, because now aesthetically it's not as nice as it was. Plus, because it has a DVD drive in there, it's much deeper back into the dash, which, since this is a Bose unit, you need to have an extra adapter to adapt the fiber optic signal, or send it to the fiber optic signal. Yeah, you have to convert it to fiber optic from the head unit. So there's a lot of stuff hiding in the back, whereas if you got one that didn't have a DVD drive, it would have lower res, but it would be much thinner, or yeah. So there's plenty of room in the back to hold all this stuff. So talking to the Kenwood guys, they said, oh yeah, this year we have a high def screen on a optical driveless system. So if I would have bought this car this year instead of last year, I would have done that, because it became a pain. But one other thing I wanted to tell you about, and I'll add it to the description, is down here, Porsche above the subwoofer. So Porsche includes, let me see if I can zoom. So Porsche includes a 12 volt, there we go. So they include a 12 volt outlet way down at the passenger left foot. So the head unit has two dongles that come out, one for Android and one for Apple. And so what I did, I found on Amazon an adapter that would run it. You could plug in two USBs into it and it'd be like a pass-through. So I put that pass-through in and it fit perfectly in the 12 volt socket. And now I just, to me it's a lot cleaner. Let me zoom back out. So now I just have one cable with the USB-C and one with the lightning cable, and it works pretty good. Normally you could swap back and forth. But yeah, that's really the only thing I would be on the lookout for, is try to get, I didn't catch the part number of it, but I would do that. But of course, put it in reverse and it automatically goes there and the mirror goes down. It's funny, it has automatic mirrors for backing up, but no auto headlights. And it has auto windshield wipers, but no automatic headlights. So to me that's a bizarre quirk. And one other thing left is if you haven't seen my other video, if you have trouble with this cup holder system staying either open or closed, the prior owner was that's the one thing he said was wrong with it. He's like, oh, I don't touch the cup holders because this piece won't latch again. So I took it out and I fixed it with only a couple pieces of tape. So it's basically on the cam, it needs some, on mine it needed some extra help to get it to fall down. So I added some weight to the cam itself. And it's worked pretty good. Because that's a $300 piece. Anyway, before I run this car out of battery again, and yeah, good old tub thumping. Just want to run this through, and I really like how it looks. It definitely modernizes this whole dash. It's brought it up to the modern age. I mean, this is an 06, and having a head unit that's like this really brings it back. You know, it's really the only thing I'm missing compared to the Camaro is cooled seats. I had a heads-up display and auto rev matching, but this thing's a lot of fun. And now that I have wireless Android Auto, when it works, it's great. I mean, sometimes it's fussy, of course, but for the most part, it works like a champ, and I really like it. So, well, thanks for watching. Stay safe.